What is up, YouTube? My Cowboys family here, bringing you guys the latest update on our very own Dallas Cowboys. And of course, as always, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Take a second to hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all social media at MyCowboysFamily, and hop in the Discord. Link for that's in the description box down below.
Yeah, guys, new week, pads are on, hitting's going down in training camp, day 4 in Oxnard, California, for our Dallas Cowboys as we get ready for 2023. And man, so many things to discuss and talk about as every day we continue to see new things and also get in a situation where there's guys missing, injuries. Yeah, we'll talk about it, all of it here on My Cowboys Family. But as we start a new week, maybe we got to shout out those that made this thing happen. Kicking off training camp last week, they represented it into this week, the first week of padded practice. And who may that be? Well, it's a familiar face all over this board. The sponsor of the week, not 1, not 2, but 3 straight weeks. The man to stay skeptical fan.
Ooh,
much love to him.
Shout out to you, Skeptical. Appreciate you, of course.
He's the membership man. 2 months in a row with the most gifted memberships on this channel. A new feature we had here 2 months ago. And he's got 51 gifted memberships today. Now, again, this all comes to a close at the end of this stream. So unless someone drops like 100 gifted memberships, he's going to be a 3-peat winner starting tomorrow. And then we start over on the monthly membership gifting board. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But much love to Skeptical Fan, giving the love back to us here and the family in the chat. He's representing it all over the place because he's also currently in first place on the board. He had not 1, not 2, but 3 $2 thanks drops for our earlier videos from today. So once again, huge, humble, big ass thank you to the man, Skeptical Fan, who's repping it. Like I said, sponsor of the week 3 weeks in a row. The membership man dominating that 3 months in a row and trying to go for 4 as he leads the overall board with his drops and the thanks. He also had pre-stream drops, 1 actually, and a Go Cowboys from the man, Skeptical Fan. And he is in first place on this board with Dwayne Broussard in second because he also dropped a $2 holler here pre-stream and a Go Cowboys. I mean, Skeptical Fan said Zach Martin. Still waiting on him. And of course, Dwayne Broussard, the top dog, said Go Cowboys. Appreciate you guys. And that's not where it ends, though, because Mr. A. Lavelle, stream boss in it here. Even though he's in the red, he's under the 50 points. 49 points for A. Lavelle. Much love to him. Silver level OG. And you know why he's here. Snug X in the house. He must have some shares in that Twitter X switch off there. Much love to Snug X. Mr. Justin Quarles had the crown last week. Snug X took it and is running with it this week here. So that's the whole leaderboard there on all sides of things. Of course, never forget the star level members. We always shout you guys out every single night. And, there's also a little bit of an extra little perk there in the star level membership. Baby, let them know what's coming up here soon. Let make sure we shout out that star level membership crew with Lincoln Kane all the way from Australia. You got Dwayne Broussard, the top dog. Skeptical Fan, much love, of course. He's rocking it. Jason Renfro, always on the board somewhere. And Mary Alvarez. Appreciate all you guys and ladies in the house and that star level top shelf membership crew. Now, there's different ways of dropping the love here. You got the super chats, of course, here through YouTube. You got the membership you can join up. That counts to the board. And you got, of course, gifting memberships, as we said, with Skeptical Fan. You also got the thanks button. 4 great ways of helping out the channel here. But there's 4 other great ways in that Cash App side of things. Baby, let them know how they can get into that side of things.
Of course, you just said money sign My Cowboys Family. You have the Venmo at My-Cowboys-Family, the regular PayPal link, and last but not least, Streamlabs link lets your comment show up on screen just like a super chat.
Appreciate everybody once again, guys. Hit the like for this stream. Subscribe to the channel. Notification bell to all videos because we're dropping them all the time. Especially during this training camp period and especially into the football season and beyond. Hopefully that Super Bowl and that number 6, the baby. As I open this up, let's get the shout out to who's in the house tonight. Ready to discuss a little bit of this, a little bit of that when it comes to our Dallas Cowboys.
What's up? Daniel Berry Sports.
Ooh, what's up?
We Them Boys 999. We have Skeptical Fan always staying skeptical, saying Martin phone home. Maybe Jerry's blocking that signal.
Slow mo, I think, for Mr. Martin.
Oh, Big Gus, what's up? He said gabagoo.
Oh, gabagoo in the house.
Oh, just
some soprano style.
Super random, but if you know that one random TikTok sound that goes, got some gabagoo. It's just all gabagoo.
She's a
let me see.
TikToker.
Double R, what's up? Much love to you. Of course, Skeptical Fan staying skeptical.
Always.
Eric Wallace, good evening to you. Thomas Garrett, the superior Garrett. Scorpio representing. Dwayne Broussard, the top dog, who, by the way, joined Skeptical Fan with the pre-stream $2 Go Cowboys holler. I know you shouted out. I got to shout out again.
Another shout out there for Mr. Dwayne Broussard.
You got Spoony Dog, much love. Tim Pinnell. Yeah, I think $5 million is definitely a little bit more than what Jerry would want to spend on Zeke. Just saying. Mario Roberts, what's up?
Mari.
Indian Boogie in the house.
Boogie on down.
I think, is that as far back as I can go? Yeah,
on
that's
my
as far back as it lets me go.
On my side, I see Freedom first. I see he was first, by the way.
Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't get to see that. So,
and we
shout
also
out to you,
had,
Freedom.
Let me see what else we had here. Dwayne Broussard, of course. Scorpio. I'm going back all the way. I got the original here. But I think you got him from there now.
Cactus G in the place to be. Jason Renfro. Much love to you.
The man, Jason Renfro in the house here, repping that star over everything.
Okay, there's more people trickling. I'll make sure to continue to shout them out. But baby,
I forgot to mention, by the way, the king is Snug X, but the leader in the Cash App, no one. It's empty.
That's right. It's a brand new week.
Yeah, I might be hatless here, but I'm always ripping the Dallas Cowboys, so you know how it goes, guys. Let's get into this tonight.
To change up your look every once in a while.
Yeah, I'll switch it up here and there. Listen, I don't want everybody getting used to the same visual there every single time. Let's just start with some NFL news before we barge right into the Cowboy news, info, what was said by the coaches, by the players, and of course training camp. Some awesome stuff today. I want to know what you guys think. Some of these things are awesome. Is it because of this player or because of that player not as good? We'll discuss it. Let me just go this way, guys. Let's start with, I see someone's comment here about We Them Boys said, which game are you looking forward to? I like the Niners game. I love it. I want to beat the Eagles every year. Those are the big ones. But, we're going to the Rams game. But to me, it's about beating the Niners in the playoffs. That's what I want to see.
All right. So, but as far as regular season games, though, I have to admit, at least for me, the Bills is one of those games that I'm really looking at. Not only is it obviously one of the top teams, not only is it possibly a team we could be seeing in the postseason if we're lucky enough, but it's also in that later time of the year where we want to be playing some of our better football.
Agreed.
So, that to me is going to be one of those games I'm definitely keeping an eye on.
That's a good call. So. That's a great test for us at that point of the season. We need to be hitting on all cylinders at that point, right?
That's right. So, Skeptical Fan, the leaderboard started fresh today, but the monthly membership leaderboard basically resets tomorrow because that one is the one that does run on a regular calendar month.
Yeah, we might switch it up and make it a weekly thing. I don't know yet, but just giving people more of a chance, I guess, in a week. Just an idea, but it's just something that we have to make room for on the board. It's been really busy. We've been busy with family stuff, busy with MCF stuff. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
right?
I have not really had too much time to think of more exciting stuff to do there, guys. Again, I'm just saying, as far as whether weekly or monthly or
I was thinking about it, but we're in this month still, so we might, we'll see. That's why we'll see tomorrow or the next day how we're gonna do. We got 7 days into next month before we have to decide fully. But we'll count anything. If we decide to do it weekly, we'll count any of the gifted memberships today. We'll count it on to the streak starting this week as well, right? If we do go the weekly thing, which is probably going to go that way.
Yes, and yes, guys, trust me, power backs are going to be a very big discussion here in Dallas these next few days. The next jersey raffle is going to be happening probably. I mean, I know sometime in this upcoming August time. I don't know. Yeah,
we're still figuring out the logistics of that, but the star level, trying to get people a chance to get in there. Right now it's 5 people, right? So it's a 20% chance. So, that raffle will be coming at the very least, let's say towards the end of the month at the very latest. Maybe as early as next week. So we'll see what happens, guys. It's more of an ordering thing with the Mosh Man.
Yes. So, with that said, baby, like I said, let me hand it off to you. We have some Cowboy stuff, Cowboy adjacent stuff. Mainly lots of Cowboy stuff today, as far as the things I know everyone wants to get to. So,
well, let's get it because not really that much. We're gonna kind of go through it. You guys know how to stop us. Drop some love, whatever way, and we will answer your question. Yeah. And marinate on your comment.
And don't forget these live streams, of course. We go through everything, but throughout the day, we're obviously posting video footage and things like that. So make sure to kind of, stay tuned. And if you haven't seen it, we'll be showing some of it here.
Yes.
You can go ahead and check it out once we're done here.
Yeah, I'm breaking it down a little bit. Breaking it down a little bit more. So look, Let's start with NFL and NFC East.
Kenzie fans, much love. Yes, there is practice tomorrow.
Yes, there is a padded practice. The rest of the time it'll be walkthroughs on the off days probably. Maybe once in a while there'll be give them a rest and give them a walkthrough. Either way, a mock game type of thing. Let's start with NFL news just real quick. Only a couple quick topics, and I always got to start with those Eagles because we hate them. I can't stand their majority of their fan base. The players are dirty in their history. We talked about the rookie who's he killed people in a freaking car crash. He wants to kill Cowboys now. Grow up, bro. Now listen, the Eagles, they're going back to the years that Buddy Ryan and Randall Cunningham and the years of hate for old MCF here. The Eagles are going back to their classic Kelly green uniforms from the early 90s as their alternate uniforms for this season. That's the one they chose. And of course they put them on sale. You're seeing all the Philly people there going, Lord Brunson and Philly 500 and all those guys trying to get on a line with a lot of people that are just going to be wiping their eyes, those tears,
hey, look,
when they lose once again.
I say if they want to go back to the days where we kicked their ass with even more frequency.
Remember,
that's fine with me.
Well, again, you got to remember, that was the late 80s. They were kicking our ass. There was some dirty play there by Buddy Ryan, and some of you guys don't even know this stuff, but I could be here for an hour talking about it. The point is, they never got to the Super Bowl. They never won a Super Bowl, and after we got through the worst of the worst, the 1-15s and the 3-13, we got back on 3 and 4 years. 3 to 4 years. That's domination.
Which one of those two teams walked away with hardware
when
did.
All was
said and done, or repping those 90s jerseys, or any of that, right? Thank you.
So. But look, in the end, right now, they got the newer ring. They got the newer trophy. We got 5 of them. Let's see what happens this year. All right? Because anyways, the Eagles, they're going to wear their Kelly green uniforms for 2 home games, neither against the Cowboys. Trust me, we would have said that right away. It's going to be the October 22nd game versus the Dolphins and the November 26th game versus the Buffalo Bills.
We were just talking about the Bills.
2 good games, by the way. Hopefully the Dolphins and the Bills can kick the Eagles while they're down. I'm sure we will handle our business. We better handle our business here.
Well, it's getting handled.
Now, remember the Jonathan Taylor situation with the Colts?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through the whole story again, but just basically...
The team was saying one thing.
Yeah,
he went on Twitter saying BS.
Yeah, they're thinking about putting him on the NFI list. They're saying, they never will trade him. He wants to be traded. He wants to get paid. He wants a long-term deal. They're not going to give him that. It's a back and forth. Today, Colts running back Zach Moss suffered a broken arm at practice. Not funny, but it's crazy.
That wasn't like a laugh.
I know, it was more like a surprise.
Yeah.
Expected to miss about 6 weeks. Again, a guy who needs his reps, and that's, look, they're going to have to buckle and give Jonathan Taylor kind of something what he wants, I think.
I don't care how low the running back is on the totem pole. Every time I hear anything about something happening to a running back, all I can feel is sadness. It seems very unfair right now.
But it's the cycles of the game, sometimes
right.
other positions used to not get paid anything, and now they're getting paid more. It's just the way it goes. The running backs will get it back. It just sucks for the running backs in this era right now. They lose the cash money.
They get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they do. So another kind of a big injury that happened today, the biggest one of the day, you can say, outside of Dallas, is in Denver. The Denver Broncos. The second play of the 7-on-7s, their wide receiver, who had high hopes for this year, Tim Patrick, went down with a non-contact injury coming off the line of scrimmage. He threw his helmet off his helmet and threw it kind of immediately. They were looking at his lower left leg, was carted off. They checked his foot.
It sounds like he immediately knew something was up.
Yeah, they checked his. He looked like he was in pain. They checked his foot and ankle area. He missed last year with a torn ACL in his knee.
Oh shit!
He suffered it. When did he suffer it? In training camp last year. So
I can see why he threw his helmet.
This season, the hope was that he would be able to make it, guys. Unfortunately, it's feared, according to Sean Payton, to be an Achilles injury. He's torn Achilles. He's out for the year. Another second year out because of training camp. It just really sucks. It really sucks for a guy who's really losing 2 of his prime years because of a season-ending injury.
Look,
literally before the season started.
Missing 1 year is already enough to derail some guys' careers. Missing 2 years like this, let's be honest, he's whatever NFL future he thought he would have, he probably will not have.
That's he's always going to be labeled that injured guy. By the way, I see Thomas Garrett. Yeah, Zach Moss was the guy in part of that Naheem Hines trade, which now they're both out basically for the year. Both guys traded in that trade. Naheem Hines is the better player, but
basically both teams are taking an L here because now neither
major.
one of these guys is available.
Yeah, so it's a crazy situation going on in the NFL. I just want to keep knocking on wood and keep the injuries limited as much as possible.
I said that earlier in the chat. I want to just wrap everybody in bubble wrap.
I'm telling you. The Broncos, unfortunately, were not done yet because they lost that receiver, Tim Patrick. They also are going to waive KJ Hamler, who actually hurt us when he played us in Denver. He scored a touchdown on us. They're waiving him with a non-football illness designation. The transaction is still procedural, and they're going to probably bring him back. But Hamler's condition is not serious, according to sources out there, and he's going to miss weeks, not months. So they're just going to cut him, re-sign him. That's the expectation with him there. I mean, all right. Someone could get swoop in there. Now, let's talk Cowboys. All right, enough of the NFL. Let's talk Ring of Honor. And let's talk, you know who I'm going to mention here when we talk about Ring of Honor.
We can't talk about the Ring of Honor without
the clown shows. You know, it's the Jerry Jones show, right? But we know who, you know, it's not just him. It's not him by himself. It's the clown show. It's Steven with him. He does the contract stuff, Steve. Old Steve here.
Now, I'm surprised it took this long.
But what did Jerry Jones say? What went down there? Because after practice, things were discussed.
So Jerry said, quote, again, it's not about that.
This was about Jimmy Johnson. They asked him, are you going to put Jimmy Johnson, the possibility of him getting into the Ring of Honor?
Exactly.
I didn't mention
so, which of course, like we said, you know, it's been a while since Jerry's been asked that. So he went on to say, it's about who I am going to put in the Ring of Honor.
Huh.
We're going to be making those announcements as we go. We'll just let that go. I've eventually got a couple coaches, in addition to Jimmy, that ought to be in that Ring of Honor. Huh. And he was asked, well, what kind of coaches, right? Like Ring of Honor, Jimmy Johnson, like what other coaches are you adding in there? Jerry said again, I'm not going to talk about that.
Positional coaches.
But the point is that the Ring of Honor should be very, very exclusive. And it's good that whatever we do, we get to talk about it as much as we do. It gets more attention than it does if we load it up. So where is going to go in this year? Jerry said, I'm not saying that. Honestly, Jerry seems like he's straight up saying that he enjoys the attention he gets by not having Jimmy in the Ring of Honor because it keeps people constantly asking about the Ring of Honor and almost brings it more prestige.
And it tortures poor Jimmy Johnson. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Like, it's genuinely the one thing that Jerry still has on his ass that he can still kind of say, you want this? You want this? Dangle that little carrot, right? Oh, speaking of dangling, we got jangling. Jangly Echoes, what's up? Much
in
love.
The house.
$5 holler there.
Ooh, Jangly got 5 on it. Jangling on in here into second place on the board.
And for such a solid offseason so far, man, Cowboys are like 0 for 2 on the superior clowning so far in this offseason between the Zach Martin stuff and some of the offhand comments Jerry's made. But Jangly Echo said with his $5 holler, I legit think this is our year. I just worry about the O-line, but that's it. Everything else is rock fucking solid.
I think,
which is why, like I said, out of the clowniest things that Jerry's done, we've actually had to kind of chill back on the clown show stuff throughout this offseason because they've been doing a really solid job. And then all of a sudden,
and we're not complaining about it either. You know, we like it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, we don't want to see us right when it comes to the clown show. We want to be wrong about those clowns.
So then Jerry turns around and hits us with the Zach Martin already got paid. Why is he asking for more money? He's not going to get it. Like, excuse me, sir?
Throws it right back into back into the rotation of keeping us, keeping these guys almost pissed. Jimmy Johnson, Zach Martin, negotiations. I don't know.
That's the part that cracks me up, Mike, right? Because he's saying, it's only very exclusive, only certain people allowed. Like, what? Coaches, who the heck should be in there before Jimmy Johnson, right? Mike Aldana said Jerry Jones says exclusive, yet the one person that should be and needs to be in the Ring of Honor isn't in there.
Without question. But we're talking about we're drifting in the past. I want to kind of just answer the Jangly's comment there. Jangly Echoes, much love, by the way. Taking A Lavelle should have dropped some points. I'm sorry, I was messing with some of the functions here, and I think that I got it there today. But Jangly's showing up as a current. New activity there on the board there, so I want to make sure everyone, reps Jangly. But I want to say that I also am feeling very good about this team overall. And I'm talking about defensively. I can say, are we going to stop the run? We'll have to wait and see, but it looks good so far. linebackers, the interior defensive players. I mean, so I think that's our weakest spot. Maybe a little bit of depth at the linebacker spot. I mean, I'm nitpicking here, guys, right? The kicking situation. Whoa, shit, you got me there. And that's it's a party, guys. Skeptical, real shit got in. Now tomorrow I'm going to put up a Steeler freaking emoji on there for you guys so you can make fun of real shit. He's a Steeler fan. Much love to the skeptical fan who just almost broke the stream here, guys, with 5 gifted memberships to 5 lucky winners here. Real shit being one of them. Who are the others, baby?
Thank you so much, skeptical fan representing. He's gifting it to Baby Chaos, Georgia Peach, Pretty Pre, Don Yeti, and Real Shit. Of course, Real Shit, yes. All right, well, you got it. Yeah, listen, Real Shit, if he's in the house, he'll appreciate it when I get those Steeler emojis. We can fuck with him for the week. Look, it's only kind of Real Shit I think he can expect as far as from a football perspective. I don't know what his team's bringing to the table this year, but it's not much. Yeah, anyway, thank you so much, skeptical fan, of course.
Let me add the board here, baby, because he is setting it. We will keep the leaderboard always the most ever gifted. We'll make sure we keep those numbers. He's up to 56 for the month.
I'm setting my own record here.
Yeah, 56 for the month. Of course, in first place still on the overall board. Star level membership, man. 3P going for 4, going for a month. Whew, man. Appreciate you, skeptical fan, and everybody's congratulations on the big win there on accepting the membership. And there you go. You get it for a month. It's a perfect month because we're going to actually utilize it this month for the teams we're playing. And now we get to act like we're going to play a team this week like the Steelers. We can throw real shit into the group. Now, yes. I do want to finish answering the question with Jangling. Just look, nitpicking, the kicking situation, linebacker depth, maybe stopping the run. All right. And on offense, of course, the offensive line. That's the biggest issue. But here's the good news. I think the switch of McCarthy play calling is why the offensive line is a little bit less of an issue, mainly because the plan is to get the ball out fast. The plan is to have quick reads, and we're seeing this. All right, this means we don't have to have like the superstar offensive line to hold back every defensive rush 3 full seconds clean. It just means we need maybe a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds, and that's all Dak needs. And at that point, we know he's going to break the pocket and run around and scramble and get yards or throw it away or throw it down the field as he extends the play. That was my hope 6 years ago. Guys, this is my dream coming true if this actually pans out. Because this was my dream about the Cowboys utilizing Dak in our, when you want to get the most of Dak, this is what you would do. McCarthy, I think his first year actually hands-on, bullseye so far from what I'm seeing. So I'm with you, Jangly. I am very excited about this season, but I'm not going to win because there's always injuries. You got to watch out for that. The adjustments that have to be made with something like that happening is always got to be ready to go with that. And again, someone experienced like McCarthy versus offensively someone like Kellen Moore, who was not very experienced to making adjustments. Huge difference there. Anyways, you got my point. I'm feeling good about this team this year as well.
By the way, real quick, baby, can you check behind the scenes how many more memberships until we get more emojis?
Oh yeah, I'll check on that here in a minute. We're getting close now. We hit this is our record high ever. I'm gonna be honest when it comes to memberships. So we're up there, and I think we broke it by like 8 right now. Now more, obviously. So it's maybe like 12 now, right? 13. Let me see here, guys. I'll tell you in a moment. 3, 2, 1. Oh shit. Okay, so we just hit it with that one.
Okay, great. There we go.
The next one is 25 away.
Perfect. So we'll make sure to have Mr. MCF add some new emojis here in a minute or two. Now, real quick,
I could add one, and since I'm adding one, you know which one it's going to be. Go ahead, baby.
I actually don't, but I guess I'll be surprised here in a minute.
2 words, real shit.
Okay. I think I have an idea now.
Yeah.
So now, real quick, I do want to touch on Jangly's comments just because he's one of the few people that I have seen that is not as on Zach Martin's side in this current dispute. Again, all the respect, he sees it from both sides, but that Zach is being very, very selfish here the timing
but the biggest
contract.
Problem is, he's saying the biggest problem is offensive line. So is this, it's called business. Zach Martin is doing a business move, as he should if he could, right? And that's our biggest weakness. Why
Real
not?
Shit, I guess you're the redheaded stepchild. Welcome to the family.
Is he in there?
He said, I guess I'm part of the family now. Appreciate you, bro.
Unfortunately. I'm fucking with him. Listen, we got
every family has that one weird pedophile uncle, right?
Oh, Jesus. Chomo. No, listen. The thing is this. Now you guys can refresh your page, and drop the Pittsburgh squealer emoji. We're having some fun in that.
Oh my bad, I forgot real shit swings on the other side of the fence there. So
now try it, guys. Go ahead and see if you can drop your squealer emojis. It's the 3 pigs in a circle there. So, hey, real shit. Why don't you drop it?
Ooh, here. Let me see if it works.
There it goes.
For me. Let me refresh it here on my side.
Look, this is the first
There
one
it
down.
is.
Scorpio, myself. We're jangling them, right? Having some fun here in the membership. So, hey, appreciate everybody. Of course, Skeptical Fan making this happen. It's the Squealers, the Pittsburgh Squealers. 3-ring circus. Ooh. Anyways, Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson. I don't believe in curses, but it feels like one.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that.
And again, yes, obviously Jerry kind of did insinuate that out of the two sides who can afford to hold out in this battle of wills, that Jerry's basically just going to let Zach Martin take all those fines and still turn around and not pay the man more.
Yeah. I mean,
at least that's what he seemed to very heavily imply yesterday.
We're going to touch on a couple. I think we have to touch on Zach Martin for a quick second as well. But before I move on from Jerry Jones, listen to this little number here. This is kind of a club. We were talking about the cash spending.
Yeah.
So there's actually a rule because the players union wants to force the owners to spend a certain amount of cash per year. They have to spend a certain amount.
Sit there and hoard their piles of gold.
Correct. 2022 salary cap cash spending. It's out of $208.2 million. The Cowboys only spent $146.8 million, and the minimum is 90% of the cap over a 3-year period. And again, between 21, 22, 23. Basically, right now, guys, the Cowboys still have like $75 million in cash. I'm sorry, we spent 146. That means that we have to spend something like $75 million to be at the bottom of the floor, just to not getting a violation by the CBA. So again, no team in the NFL has been cheaper than the Dallas Cowboys in the last couple of years. This is a fact. And that goes with the big contracts and everything. Still the cheapest team, one of the cheapest in the last 3 years by far. I'm sorry, we are not even one of the cheapest, by far the cheapest. I got to reiterate that. Today, again, when you think about it, guys, $75 million in cash that we have to still spend by next March. What does that mean, by next March? It has to be before the new year starts, which is in the middle of March, the 15th or something. We have to spend that much cash on players in addition to what we already have spent just to reach the CBA compliance for the current year window, the season, the year window. So the teams that are willing to spend the cash kind of in excess of that number are usually giving or attempting to give themselves every single chance to try to have an advantage. Jerry Jones does not do that for this team. And that's why I got to put it back up on the screen, guys. You know what's coming. I'm sorry for those that love Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, but it's the clown show. Another example, we don't use the money we use the money that's on the cap. You don't see that. Jerry Jones is getting cheap deals every year because that money's been paid out in the front-loaded side of things, and now we're at a point where we can just kind of fly through and not spend too much money if you're them in the front office. So they're saving money right now, but they do have to hit this number before the middle of March. And why aren't we spending it now? We're saving this for next year? No. It's obvious, like I said before, this is about when you guys think we don't have enough money for Dak or CD or Micah, that's what this is for. A couple free agents here and there, but that's what this is for. So keep that in mind. It's not like we don't have the money to pay Zach Martin. We do. We have more than enough money to pay Zach Martin. That money that real money we haven't spent yet for the front office, that's going to those big contracts. They're just not letting us know. They're just kind of doing this way and just saying, hey, no, we can't afford this. It's a negotiation tactic by the clown show. And it's every single agent knows it. If we know it, the agents know it of the players. Yeah, trust me. And the players know it too.
And at least from Zach Martin's side of things, he has already sacrificed for the team. He's been sacrificing.
I mean, he's
right? Because
3 years a cheap deal.
Even when he got his big payday, I mean, the O-line guys were the first guys to get their deals restructured and reworked and re-finagled.
Remember,
to make things better for who? Not for them.
The team.
Not for them, for the team.
And that's what Zach Martin had he was the highest paid guy at the time. But when that market exploded 4 years later, listen, he played basically the last 3 years as like the 13th to 15th highest paid offensive lineman or guard. I'm not even offensive lineman. Again, it's okay for a year or two, but now we're going to the 4th year of this, and he's standing. He's like, this is my last chance.
And remember,
he's right. It's business.
After this, very likely that he's going to. I don't want to say hang up his cleats, but like you said, this is his last chance to cash in on the type of
to get the bag
level of play that he has been putting out there before his body either starts to decline
to get the most of what he's got
other
left.
Types of decisions.
Yeah. To get the most of what he has left in him, right? So
and again, the Cowboys, weren't saying shit. Where like you said, the last 3-4 years they were getting, elite Wagyu beef performance here on sirloin steak prices.
Again, getting guys like J-Ron Curse, keeping guys, bringing in Malik Hooker. I mean, I'm just saying these are like bottom basement deals with high upsides, and we hit on some, and that's great. But at a certain point, you got to pay the piper. So
and we also don't know, like you said, we don't know what's been going on behind the scenes. But it is very clear that Zach Martin used the current leverage he had with his 99 Madden rating and everything else going on to basically
First
say,
time Madden rating actually makes a difference, huh?
I mean,
it's crazy.
I'm just saying.
It all hit. He's a top, one of the top guard again, ranked the top guard, 99 ranking in Madden. And his agent's like, sit out. This is your last chance to hold out and get your money out your work. He didn't even want $20 million, which was the top guards. He wants $17, $18 million. Jerry, just do it, all right?
Yeah,
like Nike's always said, just do it. Goddamn, come on.
Oh, again, if every player is playing to the level of Zach Martin, then Cactus G, every single one of them could come up and renegotiate every year if they wanted to. If they're all playing to Zach Martin levels, knock yourselves out. We'll find the money. Okay, Jerry will sell a yacht.
Yeah, listen, we'll be fine. There's things called voidable years. You can push that money down. Look, let's talk about another, I guess you could say, clown. Not the Pittsburgh Steelers, but let's talk about the front cover of our thumbnail here. The guy right dead smack in the middle, number 32, Ronald Jones. Running back, guys.
Definitely wearing some clown makeup today.
Yeah, he was out. Listen, McCarthy, we're going to talk about what he said, but he spoke about the running backs. You know who he left off? This was before we knew anything. He left off Ronald Jones on the list of running backs.
He did know something behind the scenes that we didn't know yet.
Ronald Jones still is practicing, and he's going to continue to. Let me explain what happened. Ronald Jones, there, number 32, has been suspended by the NFL for 2 games without pay for violating the league's policy on performance-enhancing substances, aka PEDs. He's expected to address the situation tomorrow. He's going to speak on this, and after practice. NFL did announce that it suspended Ronald Jones for 2 games for the PEDs, but he is eligible to participate in training camp, and he's able to play in the preseason. So the Cowboys can still evaluate him and see if he's a guy they want to keep. They miss him for 2 weeks, but he's not going to be a starter anyways. It's not a big hit. And you know what? Some people think that he might not even make this team anyways. So now he's even more kind of pushed off the board here. Opens up opportunities for other guys like Deuce Vaughn, Malik Davis, Rico Dowdle, and others. So, Tyler Lipke. So the point I'm trying to say, he was our power guy, like the projected, penciled in, and very light pencil, power running back, right? The replacement of Zeke for 10 carries a game or some shit. So he's going to be unavailable no matter what happens now. September 10th, the opener of Sunday night against the Giants in New York, and then the Jets come to Dallas week 2, and Aaron Rodgers in town in Dallas, September 18th. And that, of course, will be without Ronald Jones. Not a backbreaker in any way possible, in any way at all, guys. But of course, you want to see your guys full blast. You want to see them full health. McCarthy did not.
Translation said more juice for Deuce.
Exactly. He's gonna get more snaps. I think the guy who wins here is Rico Dowdle. I think Malik Davis kind of had the role of like the Pollard replacement, and at least he was penciled in for that. Deuce is that's Darren Sproles' third down back right now. People want him starting the whole game. It ain't happening, guys. Let's hope he can get through a game without getting killed. But I do think that he can be a great player, Deuce, for 10 to 15 snaps, catching the ball in space. That's the kind of stuff you want to see from Deuce. So you get a role for these guys to kind of get Tony Pollard a little, make him last the whole season, not kill him too. So again, Ronald Jones off the team, not off the team, but not going to play the first 2 weeks. Cannot participate. Now the Cowboys can hold him, guys. On the it's interesting because the Cowboys, he will not count as a roster spot for us. That's another big part. This might have saved his job for 2 weeks. Now he's got a little 2-week rest now to come in to the Cowboys week 3 and ready to, be a little less beat up, let's say. But it's if he makes the team. He doesn't get cut, then he can. That's one way of doing it. But let's say he plays well enough in preseason and he practices well enough that he the Cowboys do want to keep him. So he's, of course, on the exempt list for 2 weeks. And then we have to cut someone week 3 or the beginning of after week 2 game against the Jets. We got to cut somebody. And then we put Ronald Jones on the 53. That's the way. That's the best case scenario for him. And, again, let me reiterate. It's not a backbreaker for us. It gives guys a chance to maybe push Ronald Jones off the team. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, guys.
Obviously, the Cowboys wanted to keep their running back options as open as possible throughout camp. But, Jones did it to himself. So now that might change up a few things. And, of course, Jerry took this opportunity to kind of go into the whole, like I said, bringing back the Zeke corpse. Dragging that back out and basically saying, "Oh yeah, you never know, Zeke. Zeke might still come here."
Remember, you do remember what the Cowboys? I think McCarthy and Jerry, they both said this a couple of weeks ago. They said that the only way they would reconsider Zeke right now at this point would be if there's an injury. Well, there's not an injury, but there's a guy missing. So Zeke's over there right now, happy in New England, getting courted by them. So he's got over there chilling with Belichick. We'll see if he ends up taking the deal. There's no deal yet announced for Zeke over there in New England. So when it comes to Ronald Jones, guys, we'll see which way the Cowboys go. Here's the worst case scenario, all right? At worst, he's facing a roster decision that's going to only cost the Cowboys $302,000, $302,500 in dead money. That's the only thing we lose on a cut if we cut him and move on from his 1-year deal, right? So that amount is very small. The Cowboys can just let this deal, let's see what Ronald Jones can do. And, it does give other guys, instant opportunity to make this team, like the three or four running backs I mentioned. But it also lets the Cowboys give a little flexibility for the Cowboys to be able to maybe, keep them around and bring them back week 3 if the Cowboys truly, truly want to. So, that's the Ronald Jones story there. And, again, opens the door for the young running backs, no doubt. I do think so that, these, again, Rico Dowdle is the oldest of them. Malik Davis undrafted last year. Deuce Vaughn rookie this year. Tyler Lipke undrafted this year. Let him fight it out now, guys. Tony Pollard, he's taking a little rest here. Well, Pollard, I think in practice today, he wasn't in the hitting portion of things. So
we know that training camp does not require Pollard's participation as much as some of these other guys. So outside of some kind of like a fun offensive stuff, realistically speaking, let the other guys get the reps. So they're the ones who could use it. So
what's the family saying on this specific thing?
Scorpio said, "Mujeres baratas y vino por Jerry." Oh, hey, cheap women, cheap wine. What makes Jerry's day?
Jerry loves that ish.
Great, right?
I do want to know what you guys, think about the Ronald Jones situation. But of course, don't forget, hit the like button right now. Hit the like button for this stream.
Don't forget to subscribe down below.
Yeah, keep the family
if you
growing.
Haven't already. Make sure to follow us on all social media at MyCowboysFamily.
Yeah.
Hop into the Discord. Link for that's in the description box down below.
Like you said, Twitter at MyCowboysFamily. Of course, a notification bell.
It's not Twitter anymore.
Well, X, whatever. Twitter. I'm calling it Twitter. You guys know.
It's always going to be Twitter.
Twitter at MyCowboysFamily. But, of course, you got that notification bell. So you know when we're going live. You know when we're posting videos. And all the other things, too. Twitter, X. You
Instagram.
Go
That's why I say
Discord.
all social media.
We post most of those spots when we're going live in case notifications don't work. So hit up the chat maybe on just RoJo. I just want to hear RoJo and what people's quick thoughts are on Ronald Jones.
Skeptical fan said, Jerry's not going to fight Roger with this running back.
No, there's no Zeke. Not Zeke in his prime.
Mike Aldana said, curious, what do we really know about Rico Dowdle?
Hips injury, 2 years in a row, hip injury. He did speak today, so we're going to hear from him. But I think Rico Dowdle is a guy that, has a chance to. McCarthy loved what he saw out there. He pushed him today. When it came to, which running backs he saw coming up, Rico Dowdle was the name. I wonder why. Okay, now I know why. He's the one with the more opportunities now when someone like Ronald Jones is gone.
Aztec Aguilera 4 said, even without the PD violation, we already knew that Ronald Jones might not make the team anyway. So
that's what I said from the beginning, yeah.
Does it actually really change the Cowboys' plans?
The only plan it changes with is you got more reps for the younger guys, and Ronald Jones is a luxury now. For 2 weeks, we can kind of wait on cutting. We can keep an extra player we're going to cut.
Yeah.
Keep him on the roster now, or Ronald Jones sits on the sideline if we don't cut him anyways, right? If he just plays poorly, then he just gets cut. But if he plays well, we keep him, and then we keep another guy, kind of see how he does for a couple of weeks, and then we can even, cut him in and put him back in the practice squad, or, Ronald Jones, I guess we could just decide on releasing him if we wanted to, truly, at that point.
So, let me see here. I just want to make sure we touched on all the comments here. Go ahead, real shit. Ask your real Cowboy question. How many yards do you both think Pollard will rush for? Hard to say. Not as much as you think, because I do think he's going to be used a little more in the passing game. So
it's a combo thing. David Lee, appreciate you. Welcome to the family.
Thank you for summing it up.
Yes, thank you for subscribing here and growing the channel. I mean, that's again, rushing yards. He's specifically asking rushing yards. If you're saying rushing yards, I think it's going to be over 1,000 yards. I mean, I think you pick him up. But I think, he might get 1,200, something like that. I think it's more about, like you said, the receiving yards. You're going to get another 500-600 yards from him possibly in the receiving game with a West Coast-style offense. When a lot of the runs are going to be passes. They're going to be quick passes to either receivers or running backs out of the backfield.
Quick side note, Jerry, what the fuckery? We saw that little tent situation there blocking people's houses come up, and Jerry's like, oh no, we got exclusive VIP access, whatever. Jangly is saying, by the way, guys, that VIP area, a total ripoff. I paid $250 for some shade and Diet Dr. Pepper.
Man, come on,
Jerry, do better.
Come on, Jerry.
Hey, do better.
Duke,
some free peanuts.
The great Duke Ballers.
Can't forget the nuts.
The great Duke Ballers in the house. Appreciate you, bro. One of the legends, by the way. He sat in Jerry Jones's luxury box there with Simon Says over against the Cincinnati game, which turned the season around. So appreciate it.
It really did. He said the deuce is going to be loose.
Deuce plup plup is loose, baby. You know it. Hey, we're going to talk about Deuce. Again, we talk about him almost every day, but today's probably a little less than usual, though I do have a couple of viewpoints on the training camp footage we see, and we'll be playing later tonight. So, is that it for Ronald Jones? I think we're good.
We can go ahead and kind of keep it rolling here.
Well, now let's go to another guy here. Another guy that's not going to be around for probably a little bit, and that is number 54. I believe he was going to be trending to be a starter by the end of the year. Sam Williams. Sam Williams, unfortunately, guys, had a little issue. It's in the video clips, too. I'll make sure I show it to you guys when he's walking off the field. But Sam Williams, guys, was speaking with the head athletic trainer, Jim Moore, and then turned around behind the running back area and walked off the field with the director of team security. Another one. Presley Mitchell gets that subscription gift from Jason Renfro on the board.
Thank you so much, Jason.
Spreading the love. Much love to Jason Renfro. What did he say? But we got.
He said Presley Mitchell sharing the love. So Presley Mitchell, congrats to you. Thank you again, Jason. Appreciate you for that membership. FCF representation. Yeah,
I got to make sure I get them up on this board here, too. We got a lot of people on this board tonight. Make sure I do you guys right on that side of things. But I'm going to speak on it real quick, and then I'm going to let you guys talk about it while I update the board there for Jason. But I do want to ask you, baby, because I believe he was going to be a very important player on this team. I guess it's good that we have some guys like Dante Fowler, Dorrance Armstrong, because, we're going to need that rotation if one of these guys get banged up in the season or like even now. So Sam Williams, guys, spoke with Jim Moore, walked off the field with the director of team security, Cable Johnson. At first, nobody knew what the nature of the injury was, right? It occurred definitely like under the first hour of the padded practice. So it wasn't like it happened somewhere like in that first 45 minutes or hour. And then we knew it was a shoulder injury. It came out that it happened. It happened a little. In the early portion of the practice, there was initial optimism, though. That was the initial word there on the severity of this injury. But he was going to be evaluated and continue to be kind of checked out. Then we got word later on in the evening it's officially going to be a shoulder strain. Never like to hear that. So again, too early to know yet how long he'll be out. I'm sure they're going to do an MRI. And we'll know possibly tomorrow. It's going to be the first question asked to Mike McCarthy tomorrow when they open the press conference. But we'll see what happens. I mean, that's a big. To me, that's one of the big losses of so far of this camp. I mean, even bigger than Donovan Wilson. Wilson will be there for week one.
And even from
I don't want the young guy to lose time out there.
Even from the beginning, it seems a little bit different than the Trayvon's toe. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, for sure. It's sore. It's not something, Donovan Wilson's a little more serious, but we know he's going to be good to go by week one.
Exactly. We don't want to lose time for Sam Williams. That, like, even in a best-case scenario, Sam Williams still banged himself up a little more than we would like to see. Like you said, if it was a game day scenario, I think that Sam Williams would probably be questionable to doubtful, maybe, depending on the situation.
Well, again,
where Trayvon, I think, would 100 million, 10% play.
Yeah, I think he'd be out. Honestly, that's the feeling I'm getting.
That's why I said that I think he would be doubtful, because obviously we don't know fully the extent yet. Make sure to come back tomorrow, guys, because we will hopefully have an update on that tomorrow once our coaches speak.
The part about the strain is the part that strains me. You know, the strains, he might not be playing any more of this fucking practice in training camp, Sam Williams. Just the loss in the sense of you want this young man to get snaps. You want him to get more snaps, and you want him to get more reps. So when it's time to be called out on that field, he's ready to go and not missing a beat. Now he's got to acclimate and get back, and it's just gonna suck. I hope he's there week 1. I'm gonna be honest. I hope so when it comes to him, because hey, by the way, other injured guys out there, Dorrance Armstrong, one of his rotation guys here, joined the rehab group today, along with Israel Mukwamu, which we know already had that hamstring issue. Guys, neither practice on this first day in pads. So. What do you guys think about Sam Williams' situation, baby? I know your 2 cents on this. You kind of mentioned it, but if you have anything else to add, and what's the chat saying about Sam?
Look, we honestly, like I said, bubble wrap for all the players. Really unfortunate.
I'm saying for
wrap Sam Williams in bubble wrap.
For how long? The whole camp. I mean, we got to wait till the severity comes back on it and how bad this injury is. But injuries are going to happen.
They are, again.
So we got to accept that.
On one hand, I'm thankful that it's not as bad as it could have been. Right? But on the other hand, hate to see, obviously, one of our up-and-coming younger players get hurt like this, and especially at a position that we have been waiting for so long to see dominate from the left to the right and all the way around, with the addition of Mozzie.
Yeah, compliment
we got
Micah.
Basically, like, all the pieces that we had together.
Sam Williams seemed to be that right piece for that other side.
Yeah. So, Thomas Garrett said, I think Sam will be all right. So Mike Aldana saying Sam's trying to get to game shape, and then this happens.
I just want him to be, if he was a 4-year, 5-year vet, I'd say it's all right. But if he's, the fact that he's young, it kills me, because I do want to see him in there, and I want to see him getting as many reps as humanly possible to be ready to go when he rotates in on pass rushing downs. Micah's on the other side, DeMarcus Lawrence inside. You got Mozzie in the middle. I mean, I'm just saying, and Sam on the other side. Ooh, it's deadly. But now we got to wait a little bit. At least in training camp and preseason, it'll be about Sam Williams. It'll be about him, in week 1. That's the hope in my mind.
Yep, Drums and Cowboys thing out there. The good thing is that we're deep at defensive end with Armstrong, Lawrence, and Fowler.
Very good point. Yeah, that's my point. Yep.
The Sam Williams loss, it's not like we're taking...
Well, I know it was harsh on the move of getting so many of these guys, but there you go. This is why you have that, right? Dan Quinn must have, I want as many pass rushers as you can get on this team. So, yeah, Fowler, Armstrong.
And he said, cry, Eagles, cry.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
on the way to misery.
Oh, yeah, we gotta remind some of the, less well-trained and cultured Eagle fans here among us.
Some of the facts.
What's right? What?
Jangley goes into 2nd place on this board. Jason Renfro in 3rd. Dwayne Broussard in 4th. But in 1st, sponsor of the week, 3 weeks in a row, going for 4. Going for that DAC streak. Going for that month. Skeptical fan. A. Lavelle, 46 points on the stream, boss. So, all right, we got the Sam Williams breakdown. I don't know if there's any other Sam Williams, only comments.
Thomas Garrett said it. With us being so deep is one of the reasons why I'm not worried.
Exactly. So all these things, he'll be all right, and he'll have his time to get back on the field as needed. Saying healthy, ready to go. There's no need to rush any of these guys in, except for I guess some Micah Parsons. You don't want to ever be out. Now, there's another injury I'm going to throw into the mix here real quick, just to touch on it. We know we had some information on him yesterday. Luke Schoonmaker, guys. Luke Schoonmaker, he is... Sorry, baby, he's on your face there. But he's on your face.
I was saying, I'm looking real cute.
No, now much better. Luke Schoonmaker, guys, will not practice, of course, in the pads today. And he was overheard basically saying, quote, I'm really starting to run around now. Again, we know some of the, Ferguson had to kind of slow him down and stop him from running around. But the point is, the word is, Schoonmaker tight end here, 2nd round pick, encouraged by the rehab progress from that foot injury that's lingered the last several of months. Good news, I guess. Trickle of good news for Schoonmaker. Hopefully, right?
I mean, I just hope that he doesn't do anything to somehow make him go backwards in that recovery process. Yeah. That's all.
I hear
so
you.
we can stagnate a little. We can chill, take it easy or whatever. But we just can't afford any major setbacks or even minor setbacks in that regard.
Agreed. Now, we got Zach Martin. Yeah, Schoonmaker, have a seat. Zach's on the baby, he's on your face again. Sorry. Zach Martin's going to be in the middle here, the man in the middle.
I'm looking real cute again.
Much better now. Zach Martin, guys, just so you guys know how important Zach Martin is, Cowboys averaged a full yard less per play when he was not in the game. The Cowboys also, when it came to pass blocking and the win rate, which is very important, you got to hold these guys back from 2.5 seconds, you win the block, right? Pass block win rate drops 16% when Zach Martin is not in the game. Run blocking, we go down a full yard per run. And pass blocking, we go down 16%. And the whole offensive line winning.
Do you still want to keep not paying the man, Jerry?
No, we got to pay him. You got to pay him, Jerry. The 42% win rate without Zach Martin would be the worst in the league, and by a lot. By a very wide margin. So, if the Cowboys really want to test this, I mean, they're going to lose. We're going to lose. Cowboys going to lose. Season's going to be done. And you say without Zach, you can survive, with a let's go at tackle, or you can survive maybe with a, dare I say, Farniak at guard, just enough in this game plan. But you cannot survive with two guys missing, and especially two guards right there on the inside. So to me, we got to get again. Let me say it again. We got to get him back on that field now with. The first preseason, guys. The first preseason game is Saturday, August 12th. 12 days away now, officially, guys. Cannot wait for that. But today was the first padded practice, right? In Oxnard. The Cowboys arrived in Oxnard a week ago. The real action began today with the padded practice. I'll be talking about this here, but first we had Mike McCarthy spoke. The kicker competition is also going to be was also done today. You'll see it. Brandon Aubrey and Tristan Vizcaino, live reps for the first time. All that started today, Pacific time, or yesterday, I guess now. But Pacific time, Monday, 11 a.m. Same thing tomorrow, guys. 11 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust your time zone accordingly. But I want to know what the big bubble said, baby.
So,
Mr. Mike McCarthy, again, the press conference, River Ridge Complex in Oxnard. McCarthy's today getting the pads on, of course. He said this is the real start of training camp. This is the day everyone's been waiting for.
Yeah, that first week of training camp is just like the warm-ups before you
it's
start the game, right?
It's the acclimation.
So McCarthy went on to say, we've got 4 padded practices this week. We're going to learn a lot about our team over the next 6 days. He said that this is going to be an enlightening stretch as it relates to their young players and what they can do.
Very true. No question. These 4 practices and, hard practices with pads on, guys are going to get hurt. Guys are going to do well. Guys are going to do worse. It's going to separate some people here.
So, of course, he went on to add that, so the biggest thing is
fighting.
That, he wants to really see what some of our young players can do during this time as well. And also said about emotional discipline, right? He wants the team to be what?
No, go ahead. I'm listening. Yeah, this is the discipline portion where he didn't want any fights going on. I'm sorry, I jumped the gun.
Okay, sorry. But he went on to say, quote, if you do throw a punch, you're out of the period. There's nothing smart about throwing a punch on the football field. But that said, he said, we're going to push the envelope.
It's funny because there was literally
a fight today?
There was a scuffle. I'm not going to call it a fight. But there's some words, some shoving. No punches thrown. No punches thrown.
So honestly, as long as it stays basically a shoving match.
That's what he wants. He wants the anger to kind of build up. It was Biotish and Farniak versus number 30. I think it was Wanye Thomas? Yeah, Wanye Thomas. And I'm just saying, like these guys out there, they're McCarthy wants them right at the edge. Like he said, pushing the envelope. So, but he's also having a lot of fun being the play caller, guys. Yes. He's going to be focused completely on he says he's going to be focused completely on the offense. We heard about him being only around the quarterbacks a lot more now than he was in the last 3 years. Always around, instead of being around the whole team, he's around the quarterbacks.
Yeah, he was kind of asked, what happens if the defense makes a play? McCarthy said, then I'll put on my head coach hat and say, hey, that's my defense.
Dan Quinn's defense, but yes, I get it.
Honestly,
McCarthy being cute.
I like McCarthy here because it's basically like, this is my offense. And sometimes it's also my defense when I feel like it.
It sounds like McCarthy is kind of like, he seems a lot more comfortable and jovial, doesn't he? Happy. Like he's comfortable with this team now.
Like
a lot different than year 1, 2, and 3.
Like a kid who got exactly what he asked for on Christmas morning.
He finally gets a chance to control this team. And you're going to know why we were right the whole time, because CeeDee Lamb told us. But anyways, Jason Renfro, much love to the man, not the myth. The man, the myth. He's the man and the myth. Jason
Real
Renfro.
legend here. Jason
Yes.
Renfro with the 412 holler.
Officially in second place on the board, by the way.
So if you flip it the other way, it's a 214.
Hey.
But he said, much love in the Cash App.
Oh, well, we got a new leader in the Cash App as
CF
well.
We'll be checking that out here
Yep.
in a moment.
Currently, Jason's in second place on the overall board.
Let me see. But much love, Cue Ball. So as Scorpio said, it's the perfect time for Jerry to make some Zach Who shirts.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man. Honestly, if he did
Zach Who.
if I was Zach Martin, I would hold out the whole season. Like, you wouldn't see my ass.
Oh, shit.
You're going to be like, trust me, you're going to know who's Zach. You're going to be screaming my name in the shower, Jerry. Okay.
That's funny.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant it in the... You guys remember when he was like
Des
sad
Bryant,
about
yes,
Dez? Yeah,
yes,
I meant it
yes.
in that way. Not
I think we understand. Baby,
Again,
Jason
I don't wanna assume
Renfro.
things about Jerry.
What about Jason? Jason Renfro with the 412, but also a $10 Cash App holler. He's the leader now on the board there.
Said, I'm taking it over.
He said, giving some love with a huge, yeah, Cowboys. You know it. Appreciate you, Jason Renfro. And he's still in second place, but not too far off. And he's first place in the Cash App, rocking that spot. Much love to Mr. Jason Renfro. So, any other... I'm sorry. I think there's more discussions in here from Mike McCarthy, and specifically
and
about
even throughout there. Technically, this is like year one for McCarthy. So
year one in control. Exactly, I agree, 100% actually on that.
So even before this, McCarthy kind of said it. This is the real start. This is what everyone's been waiting for. And I know he said that about training camp, but I think it almost applies to his situation too. So, but yeah, like you said, McCarthy spoke
more.
And I know he spoke about the fact that Trayvon Diggs' injury was only expected to be like a few days type of thing, but he added even more today saying, quote, "We're going to slowly work him back is the plan." He was scheduled to do individual drills in practice today, and you did get to see that. So thankfully, he's starting that process, which means we'll probably be able to see a little bit more Trayvon throughout training camp.
Yeah, I think,
and more importantly than that, he's healthy, or will be healthy and good to go, hopefully in the next few days.
Really quick, yesterday we heard Jerry Jones say it's going to be maybe back at the Star when you'll see him on the field. Mike McCarthy said it'll be probably closer to a couple of days. I think McCarthy was more accurate on that. I think Jerry Jones didn't really realize. Maybe he got confused with some of the injured players and kind of was thinking about Schoonmaker or something. Who knows? Either way, that's the update on the from McCarthy's side. That's the update on Trayvon Diggs. Any other updates maybe from McCarthy?
Yeah, he actually touched on Pollard and Terrence Steele, saying that both guys are going to be very limited in team drills. Saying, quote, "We just want to be smart because those guys are coming off of major injuries."
Agreed.
Also gives you a better chance to evaluate some of your younger players. Yeah. We know what we have in Terrence Steele. We know what we have in Tony Pollard. There is no reason to risk it. And why not try to see if one of these young guys might have a little something to give too? So,
hey, listen, we got to find something because right now we're up ship's creek without a paddle. If any of our starters get hurt.
Now, I can't remember who was in the chat that said, "Who the heck is even Rico Dowdle?" But McCarthy's going to let you know. Because he was asked basically...
This is the running back question.
Yeah, like, who's kind of your favorite as the RB2 right now? He said, "I tell you, I'm loving Rico, and it's great to have him back. Malik has taken that jump that you're looking for. Those guys really jump out. Obviously, we've got to get Deuce Vaughn involved."
Yeah, so Deuce is loose again, guys.
And again, definitely going to get him involved, but I don't think any of us are under any illusions that he's somehow going to be the RB2.
I agree.
in this
but he's going to be involved. And I think Malik Davis is the starter. They like Rico Dowdle because, they knew RoJo was going to get put out. But, hey, listen, maybe he is having a good camp. We got to keep watching Rico and see if he's going to, keep up with it. He's number 32, so keep an eye on him. I think he's 32. No, he's 23. He changed his number to 23, so keep an eye on him out there. Also, maybe I think there's one last thing. Oh, wait, I think that you have a little bit more of Jabril Cox.
McCarthy said that he thinks that Jabril Cox looks ready to make that leap. This upcoming year, credits it to the linebacker being at the point where he's far enough removed from that ACL injury.
He's talked about that in the past, about being like the first full year off of that.
Yeah, McCarthy actually specifically said, quote, "He's getting back to playing with his hair on fire."
Wait, what?
So, honestly, it just sounds like to me that he was obviously physically limited by his injury situation, and that now, thankfully, he is doing better.
Another guy that needs
I'm good to go.
Another guy needs to step up now. It's time. He's got to step up. So the last things that McCarthy spoke, was about Jalen Brooks, rookie 7th round pick from South Carolina. You guys remember, we picked him up at the end of the draft, and so according to, and you'll see the video footage, guys, number 83. Remember that, Jalen Brooks. I'm on watch here. He looks good out there, guys. According to McCarthy, he has, quote, made a very good first impression. I'm impressed with how fast he's picked things up. I'm excited to see him in pads. And listen, it paid off. Jalen Brooks, number 83, looked fantastic against the second and third team. Still looked good. Looked better than everybody else out there on those levels, or almost everybody. Maybe Turpin up there too. So, and we stopped for a second because the great Jason Renfro drops the J-Lou $2 holler here.
Woo.
What did he have to say?
Thank you, Jason. He said Emmitt Smith held out 2 games before getting paid. And remember, This was Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
So, Zach Martin, I think his ass is going to be comfortably on a couch for a little longer than most of us.
Or working out, and then coming in. Yeah, I know what you mean, but chilling away from the Cowboys. Not going to be cowboying it like Zeke, So,
You won't be cowboying it or cowboying it.
At least not for now. Correct. So, appreciate you, Jason Renfro. Mr. Lavelle, 40 points on that stream, boss. So, McCarthy talked about Jalen Brooks, and then he also talked about, he said he's excited about a lot of the other rookies as well, of course. Let me make sure I add that. But McCarthy said that, we know the mojo moment. That's like the whistle blows, you got to run it, and whatever he tells you to do, you got to get up on the line and do it. It's the moment, it's a big play. It's a 4th and 13. It's a 57-yard field goal, whatever it may be. So McCarthy had mentioned at his press conference before the practice that he's going to be interrupting the practices with a, quote, mojo moment. As we know from last year, and the year before that, this is the 3rd straight camp. We have mojo moments on the field. The music plays. The game situation is then announced overhead. And the team has to execute at that point, right? Oh, we got another one from Jason Renfro to the great Michelle Fabela.
Ooh, thank you, Jason.
Ooh, man, he's rolling. He's getting closer and closer to that top spot. What did the great Jason? I would say, what did the great Jason Renfro said? But he said, "Here you go, Michelle."
He said, "Here you go, Michelle."
Much love, Jason.
Thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate you. Go Cowboys always.
You know it. You know it. So, man, you guys are just dropping the love here and showing the love to the family members. Cannot say enough about you guys with the love and support here on your guys' side. And again, Jason's going up the board, and he's also going. Listen, the last day, I don't know if this might count for the new week, because again, we're gonna have a new week, but it's a neck and neck battle here between Skeptical Fan and Jason Renfro starting this new week. I guess you can say of membership gifting for this month. Skeptical 56, Jason with 6. Yeah, that's pretty nice there. So, anyways, listen, appreciate you guys and Jason Renfro. Go Cowboys, you know it. Just was gonna say that the part of the mojo moment was he had alluded to this at the press conference, that it was gonna be involving a lot of kicking situations, kicking chances for Brandon Aubrey and Tristan Vizcaino. According to McCarthy, he said that Aubrey kind of impressed.
Okay.
So you see who's got the lead coming out the gates.
Let's be honest. We knew that Aubrey had the lead just because, Vizcaino was always the placeholder.
Right, he's been here for a year and a half.
At least wanted to have in here more.
Exactly. They had Tristan in here for a year and a half, basically, a practice squad. So now we have, a guy challenging him. That's the whole purpose. You want the better guy in there. By the way, what happened in this situation? Well, Tristan Vizcaino and Brandon Aubrey went 5 of 7 each. Made 5, missed 2. On their first field goal attempts of the entire camp. There was a pre-warm-up for the kickers before they did the mojo moments. Vizcaino, he missed from 33 yards. That's unacceptable. And he missed from 45 yards. Aubrey missed from 43 yards and also 45 yards. So Aubrey he's supposed to be good from inside the 50-yard line. What's going on there? Vizcaino, he misses from a 33-yarder. That's concern right there.
Both of those
not a good start.
Suck.
Yeah, not a good start at all. And that's what, a lot of people were saying that's what happened last year, same thing. Well, similar, I guess you can say. Listen, let's talk about it real quick. I want to put the video up here for day 4, baby. I want you to give me your 2 cents on what you see on the screen. And, let's enjoy this together. Let's enjoy this together here as I take Mr. Mike McCarthy away from the screen. And we see the players. And it's funny, the first guy coming on the field is Sam Williams, who was not there for more than an hour. And had to come off with that injury. There's, the rest of the guys, but the main guy, Pollard comes out, of course. Didn't do much of the hitting situation, I think, today. But Dak Prescott, of course, boom, a little celebratory. Let's do this. You see the guys coming in here. Let me just go through real quickly here. let me go through the day that happened here when it comes to the practice.
The kind of overall?
The overall practice here real quick, guys. High energy with the pads. You see Micah coming out. He was high energy. Coaches and players were all happy to have the pads on. A very strong day. You'll see it today, guys. A strong day for the passing game. I love what we saw in the passing game. CeeDee Lamb.
Got a lot of good
Brandon Cooks. Ooh. Even, Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert. Simi Fehoko had a couple plays there. Gallup had some nice sideline catches. I'm just saying, guys, all these guys found holes in the Dan Quinn zone. And Dak, you'll see it, guys. You can hate Dak all you want. And you see Mozzie coming in. Oh, he ain't to fuck around with. But Dak isn't either. Dak was shooting some laser shots today. Again, of course, he got picked. We'll talk about it. I mean, it's going to happen. The coaches want certain plays to see how they look, test the defense. So sometimes you can get interceptions, guys. Just don't freak out. Slow motion run here by Trayvon Diggs in that sore toe. Seems fine. You'll see him practice in a minute. He looks fine. They just, it sounds like it's more of a short-term thing than into Dallas, into the star, back in Frisco thing. But anyways, the receivers look great. Dak looked great. Passing game looked great. I love it. And here's Dan Quinn. Oh, you know it. Slow motion, Dan Quinn. Slow motion for you. Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence were in the backfield of the offense a lot. I mean, often. They were wrecking shit. They were making things very disruptive for the offense, which, we want to see the offense run smoothly, but the defense was just tearing shit up, and this is happening all the time. Now, this is that 5 of 7 session of kicking makes and misses there by the kickers. You'll see a couple of these kicks. This is at the end. You'll see the actual mojo moments, but this is just a kicking. It was not very pretty, guys. Some of the misses were really shanks. A couple of them went down the middle, but man, it's not a good start for sure for the kickers. But they did make it, guys. The kickers made it when it mattered. Now, we talked about Micah and D-Law. What about Mozzie? Mozzie was doing some stuff. He was taking on, they were going after him with Tyron Smith, like targeting him almost to test him. And he got knocked around, but he also fought back and was able to push Tyron Smith backwards. I love it. Mozzie really loves to hit people, and he spoke today. You'll see. This is the best quote you can ever ask for from Mozzie Smith. You'll hear it at the end of this discussion here. But Mozzie Smith, oh man, he's a fan favorite. He's a Dan Quinn favorite, and he's a fan favorite now. He was a Micah Parsons favorite when we drafted him the moment he was announced, remember? So the tight ends today, Jake Ferguson, Hendershot, McEwen, they worked almost exclusively as blockers in team drills. You'll see it here when they do some team drill stuff. It's offensive linemen, but there's a lot of tight ends. That's, what's his name? Our tight ends coach, Lunda Wells. Big time into the blocking.
Almost said Solarian. I'm like, oh no.
Big time into the blocking, though. And then he had the tight ends doing blocking drills. You gotta fucking love it. I love it. These guys are going to catch and they're going to block.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned the emphasis, at least from what we could see from this training camp, on almost I guess, compound exercises.
Yeah.
I think, let me shout out Jason Renfro here.
Stacking exercises.
The classic Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. The dollar holler. Appreciate you,
Thank
Jason.
You, Jason. Much love.
He's taking over that leaderboard there.
But yeah, I mean, and again, maybe this is a more straightforward example, but not exactly as stacking as the other one. So basically, instead of just doing something like this, right, you're seeing our Cowboys doing something a little bit more that seems to involve more than just one singular skill that they're working on at a time. It seems like they're trying to develop
combination thing. So here, you see this here, guys. This is a tight ends, I think. Oh, no, this is a running back. And here's, look, see in the background, Sam Williams walking out. Oh, Jason Renfro's $1.60 holler right there. Much love to Jason Renfro. I'll make sure. Oh, there's Sam Williams walking away. See him walking out? Mm-hmm. That was when the injury occurred there to his shoulder. So we hope the best on his situation. But Jason Renfro, another $1.60 holler. And this is the one you were talking about, the tight ends. See them? Mm-hmm. They're catching the ball, running through the little bumpers there.
Exactly.
And then go through this.
And this is what I mean by compound stuff, because we're seeing a lot more of this. And again, this is just the tight ends doing this one, right?
Yeah, they're catching it, not even jumping, moving, getting that movement, and then going through the machine.
But from offense and defense, they seem to be adding more to it. Side note, real quick.
These are tight ends, by the way. Some of the tight ends involved in these drills that you've seen the blocking drills today.
When you notice our offense, do you notice a bigger focus on ball protection? And when you notice our defense, do you notice a bigger focus on getting the ball out?
They were doing that.
Let me know if you caught that, too.
Dan Quinn's been pushing that for a long time. Remember against the Bucs 2 years ago, the opening game?
Yeah.
And when that was Dan Quinn's first game. And DeMarcus Lawrence punched the ball out. And that's when it started. Mm-hmm. It was Dan Quinn teaching that in a real way, in a real way. Now here you're seeing some of the drills here when there's no defense. These are just some routes connecting the quarterback with the receivers, the tight ends, and running backs. And then they're ending the drills here. You'll see it move to now 7-on-7s coming after this. And then you'll see the 11-on-11s after that. That's when it really gets going. So you'll see some stuff here, guys. But tight ends doing a great job working on the blocking side. A rough day for the offensive line. Be real about it. And when Tyron Smith gets mauled by Micah Parsons, you know there's a problem. You know the offensive line's having issues here. So, unfortunately, look at Deuce, man. Look at Deuce go. Keeping his balance, staying in balance, and going. Again, we'll see if that happens a little more often and how often it happens, and how we utilize him in preseason.
When you see him on his own or whatever, you don't really quite catch it. But the second you see him next to literally anybody, bam.
What a pass there by Dak, taking a chance there on 7-on-7s to Gallup. Definitely in tight coverage. So, and then there's Jalen Brooks. I mean, what a catch by him, stretching out, and that's behind. So, I want your 2 cents, baby. That's what I'm saying. Here, another stretched out catch from Dak to Jalen Brooks for a nice play. I mean, Jalen Brooks really showing out the 7th. Now, there's a play action, baby. And look at that. Boom, boom, Ferguson. Big first down there. I'm pretty sure that's Ferguson. I'm squinting my eyes.
A lot of work on the outside, too, here.
Yeah, crossing patterns across the middle of the field. I love it. Now, you see, baby, I've been saying this since the beginning. You guys noticed? You guys noticed yet, right? Because of MCF. Play action under center. A lot of under center play action. Dak hitting it. Boom. There it is. CeeDee Lamb on this one. So, continuous. I love that from under center. Not this shotgun shit anymore, guys. It's quick passes. It's under center with play action. There's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And there's another play action there. Dak kind of great pocket presence. Boom. A little behind there on CD, but it's not going to be perfect every play. That's what practice is about. CD, up and going, guys. I love it. But the offensive line had issues today for sure. D-line, slow start, but they got better defensive line as the day continued. A lot of pressure work, 3rd and 4th down plays, and the defense got in there. Now here it again, kind of taking in there. Dak looking, look at this. To Brandon Cooks for the play of the game, guys. Now that to me,
was beautiful.
That's a beautiful pass by Dak. Now first of all, Dak's under center. It was motion left to right. Dak is going to play action, boom, move back inside. What a great pocket presence. And then Brandon Cooks makes the move really that makes it happen, that gets Dak that perfect pass. That's what connecting is all about. Jaron Kearse, Malik Hooker, they could not keep up. Brandon Cooks did something here, guys. And when you watch the route run here as he celebrates at the end, whoop, watch the route that he runs here, guys. I have
I'm surprised that Sean Wright wasn't eating dirt.
Look at this. And again, that's Jaron Kearse. What a move there. That was all Brandon Cooks and all Dak Prescott on the pinpoint perfect bullseye pass. That's a touchdown. And that's our starters. So you're seeing Brandon Cooks factor already in full motherfucking effect. Now, you look at LVE, looks like he's in a blitz, drops back. Dak looks, and shoots it in there to, other receivers like Michael Gallup, number 13. Baby, I want you to tell me what you think about this play. This is one of the more impressive plays, and it's from Gallup. Look at Dak under center. Keep that under center again, my friends. No play action. Look at this. This is the old Gallup we know right there on the sideline. I love this shit.
That's the Michael Gallup that we've been waiting
now, this shotgun
almost an entire football season to see.
Shotgun, and this is back to Brandon Cooks. Oh, my goodness. Brandon Cooks just tearing shit up. Watch the route. Coming from the right side of the field, guys. Brandon Cooks, same play. Watch this. I know he's got Deshaun Wright or whoever's on him. Boom. And then the move. Bam. I mean, you got, another one there. Hooker, P, see you later. Let's get an extra focus. Let's get a camera just on Brandon Cooks on this play. Look at this route. I mean, that's perfection. And then the awareness afterwards. This is a game changer for our offense. Not a game changer by himself, but a game changer for this offense. I've been telling you this all year, guys. It's going to happen. It's happening. And here, Tolbert making a couple catches. There's one. Here's one in traffic. Boom. So Tolbert getting some little action there. The 4th receiver. Turpin. How about, where's he at, baby? Getting some action right here. Come on, Tate Turpin looking great. I mean, he's little, but he's got the heart, and he's got the speed, he's got the skill, he's got the hands. Whoop! Ooh. You got to love it, baby. You got to love it.
Hurting for a Turpin.
I'm loving some Turpin time. And again, you want to see him on offense.
Seeing him get more mixed up into the offense, I am a fan. I am a fan.
What a catch.
All you have to do is use a right. You said it all last year.
Here's the punch play you talk about, baby. LV at the end of the play. I think first... who's in coverage there? Is that Hooker trying to knock it out, and then LV, boom. But hey, I love Turpin's heart. And listen, he makes another play here with Cooper Rush. Hooper Rush throws it in traffic here. It's, it could be knocked out. Turpin, time. With the catch. Beautiful. And good coverage, too. Turpin makes he's short, but he ain't. He's not going to be taken, guys. And here's 7th round rookie Jalen Brooks. Gets Brooks, number 39. Again, he's making these catches off his fingertips. It's got to happen when the lights come on, right? Another under center play action. But this time he runs the ball, gives the ball off to Malik Davis, and he gets out of there, gets some yardage. Let's watch the running plays here because Malik Davis gets a run. And so does Deuce, baby. The Deuce is loose. Here, this is with Will Greer. And Deuce Vaughn is to his left. Watch Deuce Vaughn. You know when he gets hit about 12 yards down the field because no one can see him? They cannot see him. Now they hit him. Again, guys, Deuce, that's what Deuce gives you when he's loose. Now look at this here. Boom, boom. This is all about what Tyron Smith just did to Mozzie there. And Mozzie still kind of, pushed back and held his ground. Here, Dak looking, I think, no play. Now the defense started to take over as the day went on. Dak has to scramble, right? Funny because you'll see this again. Dak scrambling. No one's open. Micah getting in there. Pressure coming. No one. Dak runs it. Yeah, it's a first down. But it's, you want to try to throw the ball here. The point here is Dak's talking shit out there. I love it. I love the shit talking.
Yeah, definitely a big change there from Dak's usual chill demeanor, right?
Yeah. I like it. I love it. Cowboys are trying to give right tackle Terrence Steele some rest, but they inserted him for the final 11 on 11 reps of practice because of consecutive false starts from Matt Walesko and Alex Taylor-Pirillo. So that's not good there. Here, you're seeing defense. And here, Dak has nowhere to go. Great movement by Dak in the pocket and launches it, but no avail. Great defense there by the Cowboy defense. So because of false starts by Walesko, not good there. They're cleaning. Mike McCarthy said, you're benched. You got to clean you up here, guys. And here's Dak throwing in pressure. Again, looks like look at this play here, baby. Tell me what you think about this is the player I want to talk about. Number 77 gets launched right here. And I don't want him getting hurt, number 77, Tyron Smith. But, man, Micah Parsons is something else from another planet. Unbelievable. I said generational. I ain't fucking around. I said this, and I believe it.
We are a part of history here, guys.
Micah Parsons and Marcus Lawrence, Dante Fowler were consistently around the quarterback the entire practice. Parsons, like I said, had 2 would-be sacks, 2 tackles for losses on Malik Davis behind the line of scrimmage. Just dominating situations there. I mean, Micah didn't stop. The defense didn't stop. Dak's going deep here, trying to test the deep play. This time, Malik Hooker gets the pick. Now, a lot of people are going to say Dak sucks. Shut the fuck up. It was underthrown. No passes are going to be perfect. But the point I'm going to make here, guys, is that you got to remember there's also a coaching aspect to this. They want to test Nashawn Wright. They want to test Malik Hooker. They want to test, of course, Dak and Brandon Cooks. They want to test a deep play when there's coverage back there to see if anyone falls asleep. Sometimes this is actually done on purpose. Not on purpose that they want an interception, but they want to challenge it deep. Now that's a bad pass by Dak. But Dak should not have thrown that in a real world situation, in my opinion. So, that's kind of just the way things go. Now, you'll see it again, another angle here. Any thoughts on that, baby? Because, no, that's not an angle. That's a breaking up of the play there, but good defensive performance there. And then here, Micah Parsons just destroys Rico Dowdle. Just makes him disappear right there.
To me, the thing that stands out, not necessarily the most, but we kind of touched on this a little
He got through Tyron Smith and Gallup on that play.
But Dak's pocket presence as well is just beautiful.
Very good.
Very comfortable. It seems like he looks a lot more comfortable.
That's another sack there by Micah Parsons. So, and here's
Micah basically said, I'm fucking you all up. But side note, yes, him throwing down Tyron Smith has to go on a highlight screen somewhere.
And that right there from Dak, another sack, by the way. You'll see it again. DeMarcus Lawrence gets a sack here. It's just, they're always around the ball. And I'm including Fowler in this group here. Mozzie Smith, guys, a lot of attention was paid to him today. He had a lot of double teams. They did it on purpose. They want to challenge double teams. And he did good. First day in pads. Very strong. Again, 9-7 period. He was also, the offensive line might have gotten the better than the defensive line in that side of things. But in the whole time, and there's a little fisticuffs. Not fisticuffs, but a little scuffle, I'll call it that, between Juan J. Thomas and Farniak, I guess, and Biadish. Here's the kicking session, guys. You can see, Shannon
Simp
in the house. Welcome to the family. As you're seeing, and it did go through. Tristan Vizcaino knocked through the first kick. This is the mojo moment where they had basically 6 kicks, 3 each. So keep watching as I go through the last couple of comments I have here, guys. Right. Wrapping this thing up here, just to the final kind of notes of the players they spoke, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But I do want to say a couple last things here. Again, Mozzie Smith looked great out there. Parsons was getting, too close to Dak Prescott. In fact, they kind of had to talk to him about that. He was getting a little too close. As you can see, he was in the backfield, living back there almost the whole game, the whole practice.
Reel it back a tiny bit, Micah.
Yeah, and again, Deuce Vaughn. The big thing about him now with losing someone like RoJo is he his size. He's going to be able to do pass protection, and they're going to try to test that on their guys. Right now, he was able to actually block DeMarvion Overshown. On a blitz that he came in there against Will Grier. So it gave Will Grier time to find Jalen Moreno-Cropper for a gain. So Vaughn did a solid job running the ball and did decent, blocking as well, believe it or not. Like Overshown got stalled, got stopped by little Deuce Vaughn there. So, and if you didn't notice already, number 83, 7th round pick, Jalen Brooks, keep watching him. The rookie receiver is off to a very good start. Nice job catching the ball with his hands, bringing the ball into his body. I love it. Now, baby, I wanted to go back to Mozzie Smith for a quick second.
Yeah, we can go back to Mozzie.
Because then we're gonna go to the finish. He's quoted on saying something, guys. Mozzie Smith, and they all made him. I will say some of these kicks looked a little shaky to me, but let me talk about Mozzie real quick here. Do I have Mozzie on this? I don't think I do. Mozzie Smith, guys, listen to this. I want you to hear, baby. On the first day of padded practice for the Cowboys, he was asked, do you talk crap out there? You talk trash? He goes, nah, I don't do no talking. Nah, I'm trying to hit you. I don't have anything to say. He said, I don't even like football. I just like hitting people.
Okay.
And the way he said it, guys, he was dead ass serious right there. So I'm just going to let you know, Mozzie Smith, that's the quote of the day. I know Dan Quinn loves this shit. Dan Quinn loves that kind of talk, that kind of thought. He don't even care about football. He just wants to pummel people. This is a Dan Quinn special pick
like
here.
I said, two extremes and two sides of of what's needed when it comes to football. You do need the guys who are out there, using their brains, thinking 30 steps ahead, doing all these things, and then sometimes you just need someone who's like, I just like punching people. I like hitting people. I'm gonna hit people.
Another glass eater for the crew here. I love it.
Crunch,
I love
crunch.
it. Hey, let's look at Micah's domination too right now for real quick. Well, we're not gonna. Oh, sorry. Wrong picture there.
Oh, okay.
No, I just wanted to put up Micah. It was really Micah's domination today as a whole. He just dominated all over the field. Let me see if I can not mess up my computer here. It's about to break on me.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead and take a quick second there. But actually, let me take a second here. Remind everyone, hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow us anywhere and everywhere at MyCowboysFamily, and hop in the Discord. Link for that's in the description box down below.
There we go.
So
Okay,
I would say I feel like a weird little videoception there.
I think I fixed it now. I wanted to say about Mozzie also said one last thing. As you can see here, poor Tyron Smith getting flung by Micah Parsons. But Mozzie Smith was also asked, who's the strongest player on the Cowboy team? And he said, quote, I'm up there, but not yet. Those guys been lifting. These boys been going. So I'm just trying to catch up. One thing I love about Mozzie, he's fitting in right in this defense.
Yeah.
Right in there. Now, baby, on the offensive side, we need some right tackle help, left tackle, I don't know. Because right now, and you can see Micah
We're going to throw out the bat
Micah
signal.
just ate Dak there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from the right tackle spot. What is this?
Saw it earlier, but Tyron Smith got thrown around like he was
on the left side. On the left side. But on the right side, who usually plays there? Terrence Steele. And he was, of course, held out, guys. Some talk about him. Remember earlier in this year? He was supposed to play on the left guard spot. Yeah. That's what Stephen Jones said. He was asked about this, baby. What did Terrence Steele say? The right tackle.
So he said nothing. It's always just been right tackle. And then he was kind of asked, like, well, but do you feel like you could play there if you had to? And Terrence Steele said, I feel like I have the most experience at right tackle. I know I played there in college, and obviously these last couple years here. So, I feel like that's my best position. But if they felt otherwise, and I don't know, I guess we have to figure it out.
The truth is, though, guess what? he's slotted to play right tackle. The left guard thing was just a bullshit thing by the front office. Like we kind of said, it sounded like from left field. It was just a way for Jerry Jones to one of his Alzheimer's.
I hope those Zach
rants.
Ryan comments were also bullshit by our front office.
It is.
That's all I'm going to say.
It is. They're just playing the game. They're going to be figured out. So now that we talk about offensive linemen, Tyron Smith, baby, back to. It's funny. He spoke today with the media. Back to left tackle in Cowboys training camp here, and he's comfortable as well. So no, I'm saying Tyron Smith. So again, 8-time Pro Bowler. finished last year at the right tackle position, guys, because of the ACL that was torn by Steele. We just talked about that. And he's flipping back to the other side now, to his left side, to the place that he played most of his career in the NFL. What did he say, baby, today about all this stuff?
Oh, he said, I'm back to being comfortable. I've been playing left for a long time, and I'm just back to my normal spot. I'm knocking the rust off right now.
Yeah, well, right now, I don't think he's knocking the rust off. I think Micah Parsons is knocking the rust off of Tyron Smith. I'm trying to make jokes. I'm just happy he's okay. Tyron Smith, not hurt.
It's easy to make jokes because everything's fine.
You know, he was on the right side. It was Zach Martin helped him acclimate to that right tackle spot. He was on his left, guard spot.
Which is funny because when you think about it, they've always been teammates, but they've never been
on the same side,
next door neighbors, so to speak.
And that's the thing. He last time he played the right tackle until last year was 2011. For Tyron Smith for the Cowboys. So it was rookie year.
Tyron Smith said, what made it comfortable was playing next to Zach. He made it very comfortable for me. We worked after practice and got it right towards the end of the year. It's the first week, and we've got to get on the same page together, but we're getting there. So
he's trying to get some blocking chemistry with Tyler Smith. He hasn't had a chance to really build chemistry on the left side with Tyler Smith. So
he said, as Zach and Terrence got their own thing, me and Tyler got to get our own thing going on the side. The more we work, the more comfortable we get with each other, and the work will speak.
I believe they will be okay. It just this play, you see 73 doing a great job. I mean, he's just engulfing his block. But Tyron Smith, man, he blew that one. So they got to definitely work a little more, get that rust off. And when you're going against Micah, let's just be real. I mean, Micah is the best player in the NFL, I think. I mean, I would take him in a draft, I think, number one over everybody, over every quarterback. I don't know. It's hard to say that, but he's such a game changer. I don't know. He changes your entire defense from being middle of the road, maybe top 10, to being a definitive, I think, elite defense. So anyways, what else did Tyron Smith say, baby?
He said, I'm concentrating on the small things and getting the work I need and getting the work after practice to stay on track and stay healthy on the field. I got to take care of my body. As you get older, you've got to listen to your body more and take care of it, not changing anything up, just paying more attention to your body.
Well, again, they always say he's the healthiest he's ever been. We'll see. His 13th year in the league, and he's working hard to try to make it the best one in his career, but also the healthiest.
Well,
we shall see.
A big chunk of that is out of his hands, but I do actually believe that Tyron's doing everything he can to make sure he's back out there.
Well, we got to see it, baby. We got to see it. And again, especially this year, we can't be messing around with any kind of major issues on that offensive line. Now, let's talk about the fact that Ronald Jones has now been suspended for 2 games. We don't know what's going on with him. But now Rico Dowdle gets a new chance to kind of, maybe step into that role there and maybe have some more opportunities. Of course, along with Deuce Vaughn. Behind Tony Pollard there. Malik Davis gets a lot of chances now, I think, as well. But Rico Dowdle, McCarthy spoke about him before the practice. And, Dowdle must have been encouraged to hear the words that McCarthy had for him, saying, basically he was consistent throughout camp, consistent throughout the preseason so far in the offseason. So what did Rico Dowdle say after this practice when, of course, we know we're going to lose Ronald Jones for two weeks at least if he even makes a team. What did Rico Dowdle say about McCarthy's kind of, encouragement there to how he's doing in this camp so far?
He said, just want to stay on the right track and stay on that good side of him. Keep doing what the coaches like me doing. Hard work and just try to win a spot. But obviously, that's nice hearing from Coach McCarthy.
It's funny. It's like he wants to stay on the right side of it because it sounds like that. Remember there was an issue last year with at the end of the season with Malik Davis, he was on the bad side with them. So, anyways, as Mozzie hits the field, what else did Rico Dowdle have to say? Number 23.
Said, all of us come out here and compete. With good competition, I think it's only going to make us all better. My goal is to obviously go out there and win it. I want to be the number 2 guy. It's the biggest opportunity I've had here since I've been here. So to just come out here and work every day. Right now, I'm just playing a lot faster than last year at this time at the beginning of training camp. Let me see. Just out here playing fast and staying on top of everything, making sure I'm coming out here and I'm fresh, taking care of my body after the practices and making sure I'm healthy. I went undrafted and had to come in with no summer camp, no preseason or rookie year, earn a spot. It's the NFL and everyone's here for a reason. You have to earn it and compete for it every year. And
look, he's right, but at the same time, the hip injury's been killing him the last 2 years. Hopefully, knock on wood, he stays healthy. He's going to get some opportunities with Deuce, with Malik Davis, with Tyler Lipke. we'll see who wins those spots there. Now with RoJo kind of being on the outs. Now, the last thing, baby, we got to really discuss are CeeDee Lamb's words about what went down when it comes to this offense. You see the kicking going on. We're going to see some drills. You're going to see some offense. But the offensive change this year, guys, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. So when it comes to, we kind of touched on it yesterday. I'll throw CeeDee Lamb on the screen here because he spoke. And he really spoke about, mainly, he spoke about Dak Prescott. And he also spoke about Mike McCarthy and this offense. So, baby, let's hear what when it comes to communication on the field with the players, with the coaches on the same page. We talked about this. Is a major, major thing for the Cowboys this offseason. Again, Dak's interception last year's, most of those interceptions, we talked about this. Despite it was more about the drops and I think the bad play calling, the aggressiveness, the over aggressiveness, almost right. But it was also about the quarterbacks and the receivers with the play calling not being on the same page. It looks like a different freaking camp this time around, guys. They're all on the same page on offense and defense. It seems like that at least most of the time. CeeDee Lamb says that point has been routinely emphasized at the Star. So, let's hear about what this offense is about when it comes to CeeDee Lamb's thoughts.
He said, it is definitely instilled in this offense, instilled on this team. And we were working on communications in San Fran, right? So just being big on that, being on the same page is probably the most important thing in the NFL. Because everyone's good and everyone's talented. Everybody makes plays. The only edge you can have is being on the same page. So this extra responsibility has actually been slightly liberating for Dak, according to CD, saying, I feel like it opens up the game because it opens up Dak's mind and he doesn't feel so closed off.
I love that because I feel that's been one of the biggest issues with Kellen Moore.
We're so limited by our options in a way.
Yeah, and listen, the communication sometimes can be confusing when you think about it. It doesn't mean they can't talk to each other. No, it's a point. It's a good point that CD makes. Basically, to me, when you hear these the prior communication issues, it's about it takes sometimes 8 weeks to get these plays down. It's not just the players having the problem; it's the coaches that are not explaining it. In this case, last year, I think it's Kellen Moore.
I mean, remember, by week 8, half our team still didn't even know what the offensive playbook was supposed to be.
Not completely, right? They knew some plays, but there were some plays they were not on the same page for.
A bit, but you get my point.
You saw the routes that were run.
Lack of communication.
You saw CeeDee Lamb was getting lost in routes. You see him also, and Dalton Schultz getting lost in routes. Dak miscommunication. That's how you throw picks.
Yeah, you
and of course some drops as well
in week 8.
Exactly.
Right?
So then what else? I mean,
as far as more things on Dak, CeeDee Lamb said he's very aggressive and he's looking for the deep ball now. And as you saw, it's up there. So if you're not going to back up, this is a warning to everybody. If you're not going to back up, good luck.
Dak's going to bring it. You see him hitting at CeeDee Lamb in the middle of the field. Dak's going to hit you deep, and you saw him. Most of his passes deep were on target for Dak Prescott, as they are pretty much last year. It's a career, really, for the most part. So
CeeDee Lamb was also asked about the offensive changes. He said, really, not much. Different play calling, of course, but it's just a lot simpler.
So it's Kellen Moore stuff, simpler, and I'm gonna guarantee you guys also more hidden, much less predictable. Keep that in mind.
Yep, all of the offense is in disposition. All the offense is in Dak's hands now. It's not necessarily, being called from Mike or Kel since last year, but now it's all on Dak, however he's feeling versus the coverage. If he likes the matchup, we're going to call the play. If he likes whatever he likes versus zone, he's going to call that play. So technically, it's all in Dak's hands. We're moving much faster at a different pace.
Wow, so it's
damn, guys, we're here. It took 8 years, but we finally fucking made it.
It's about
Dak Prescott gets to run the offense and call some plays.
He gets to own the offense. This is what McCarthy was pushing, right?
Put the power back in Dak's hands. And again, Dak's instincts tend to be right more than they're not. So, Dak seems to be so far choosing the right place, so to speak. You got what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So from what we've seen limited in our training camp,
he seems to, it just fits his gameplay, his style, and that is where the success will come from the offense in general.
Continuing with some of the changes we can expect, CeeDee Lamb said it. When you play fast, you get the most out of everybody. They made it simpler, but you get more options off of the simple plays. if one play is this and you don't like it, well, you got this.
And you know what's crazy is that, again, the speed factor, again, fast, everything is fast. Play calls are fast. To the line of scrimmage is fast. The snap is going to be faster. They're going to keep the defense tired. Dak's going to be in control. Along with under center, play action. These are the things I've been talking about for 6 freaking years here on YouTube on My Cowboys Family. We're finally seeing the birth of this after, 8 years from Dak and, I guess 7 years from Dak and 6 years here on My Cowboys Family. So, So, again, just, I know there's more. I think he did.
Yeah, of course. He look, the CeeDee Lamb spoke quite a bit. Right? So, as far as adding on there a little bit more about Dak Prescott saying, I told him he has full range. I just want the best of the best as far as the best for me and making sure everybody's right. And when it's right, just come let me know something. Other than that, I'm just going to keep working, keep being in this moment with my guys. And when it's time to come September, we're trying to start it off right.
Speaking of starting off right, look at that play. This is what he's hitting you deep with. This is a 20-plus play. This is a big play. Dak is hitting them deep. You saw a hit Gallup deep. You're seeing hit CeeDee Lamb deep. Now you saw him hit Brandon Cooks deep a couple of times. Yesterday in the practice, it was a Saturday. Mm-hmm. That play hitting Deshaun right in the corner. Again, those are 20-plus yard plays. Those are not just like little dump offs and it's all yak. It's Dak throwing these passes. Here. Look at this. Gallup, sideline, boom. And that's you got to put that right there over his shoulder. Great job by Dak. Hitting some deeper passes, guys, and then here's a 10, 15-yard play and then the yak afterwards. So this is what you're going to see a lot, and you're seeing the trickleization of the 30% changes here on the field. Yeah, it might be the same plays, but they're running faster. They're running with less, simpler, less options, less bullshit, less static, and it's cleaner. And everyone knows where they're at, what they're supposed to do, and where they're supposed to be. This is against a top defense, by the way, guys. It's not just against our backup defensive players. I mean, I guess, no digs out there, but everybody else is starting. So, anyways, I'll give it back to you, baby, as we finish up with CeeDee Lamb. What do you have to say when it comes to, I guess, going forward and hopefully, having even a better year, evolving in the offense, but also him?
Yeah, he said, I know that I didn't put my best foot forward. I didn't put my best out there yet. But, man, I'm looking to exceed it definitely. So whatever you've seen, I'm looking to, I would say, double it. But I'll be more realistic. I'm just going to be better. Catches to yards and touchdowns, so expect a lot. So
that would be like 2,000 yards receiving.
So basically, he wants to be ambitious and say, I'm going to double it. But even he's like, all right, let me pump the brakes. But guess what?
So he's going to have 200 catches and 2,000 yards.
Every single one of those stats is going up.
Agreed.
They're going up.
And remember, he didn't have Dak for 5 games. That's another hit there. Now, I know he said one last thing about our running game. And number 20, the Tony Pollard holler.
Yeah, so he said, it's just a fun moment always when I get to turn around and just see the back of his jersey and he's just sliding down the sideline. That's tough.
We've seen it on kickoffs. We've seen it in the offense last year on pitch plays. We're going to see a lot more of that this year. This is going to be, I think, Pollard's best season, barring any kind of injury or setback. But I think he's going to be fine. The bones heal best when they're broken like this. It's better than a tendon or some kind of, soft tissue injury. Outside of being a broken bone and being out for the game, for a very important game. But either outside of that, guys, we hope you drop your 2 cents and your comments in the comment section after this post. You can post it right now if you want and let us know what you think. I know we hate them squealers over there, right? Real shit. I know he's already in bed, right. Past his bedtime. But as we get ready to roll out of here, and I cut this off here, again, there's that Mozzie Tyron Smith little battle, that little duel there. I'm going to, it's time to shut it down here. Right before the defense takes over. We've seen it. We've seen this multiple times, guys. And if you want to see it on your own, go and check it out on the standalone video. You can comment there as well on the video. All right, guys? So, quick shout-outs, baby, as we roll out of here. Another packed evening here of news, info, and updates. But we kept it under 2 hours this time. Who's in the house, baby?
Thank you so much to Jason Renfro.
Yeah.
Skeptical fan, of course, the sponsor of the 3 last week's.
Yeah,
much
3
love
weeks
to the
in a row.
man.
Going for 4. He's in first place.
That's
the
right.
membership corralled. Domination by the membership man.
We got Scorpio in the house. Much love. Tim Pinnell.
Oh, yeah.
Asmodeus representing.
And Skeptical's also in the lead right now, currently speaking for this week.
Yeah, Snug X. Have a great night. Thank you.
Snug.
Take it easy. Jason Renfro, of course.
Yes.
Stephen White, much love to you. Let me see. Double R, Take It Easy, Thomas Garrett, Superior Garrett.
Hell yeah.
Lost in Translation Podcast. Let's see. Q Ball. Jason Renfro, Stephen White. Thomas Garrett, the Superior Garrett.
The ballers are in the house.
But yeah, I actually won't let me go too much further back than that. So, again, guys, thank you to everybody here chilling, hanging with us. Mr. Alan, by the way, hold on to that stream boss with 36 points.
36 points. Skeptical in first place right now. Jason Renfro in first place on the Cash App at SnugX. He's holding that crown down right now. So, and Jason, make that 35 points, Mr. Lavelle, because Jason Renfro hit the dollar holler over here, baby. So we know. I know what he had to say. Oh, Cowboys! Woo. You know it, guys. Thank you once again for another one here on My Cowboys Family. Cannot do this without your guys' love and support and discussions and love and everything as we get ready for this exciting 2023 season. Let's hope the best for Sam Williams. We'll find out more about him tomorrow. That's really the only question sticking out. And let's just see another day of padded practice. All the big highlights will be shown here as ASAP on the channel. So make sure you hit that like button for the stream, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification bell to all videos, because we'll be putting at least 2, 3, 4 videos before we go live again tomorrow night. So check in with us here, guys, throughout the day. Appreciate everybody. Of course, follow us on Twitter at MyCowboysFamily. Jump in the Discord so you know when the notifications for all our streams are coming, or all our videos. And truly appreciate everybody's love and support on this night. I'm going to give a shout out to those that dropped the love tonight. Skeptical Fan, of course. Dwayne Broussard, pre-streaming it. Jason Renfro all over the place here. Cash App, gifting it. Like Skeptical Fan with the gift craziness again. He's blessed us with his gifting love. Appreciate you. And Jangly Echoes. Much love to him. He's pushed his way to third place on the board right now. So thank you guys, each and every one of you all. Tim and everybody. Jason, Skeptical, of course. And baby, why do we do this crazy thing called My Cowboys Family on the nightly on YouTube about our Dallas Cowboy football team? Why do we do this every single day and night?
It's that navy blue, that silver too, and that star over everything.
Win, lose, or draw, good, bad, or ugly. Here on MCF, we always rep that star over everything. And here on this channel, 6 years and beyond, into our 7th, never forget the number one thing here, now, and forever. As always, it's on my shirt. Say it with us. Never forget. Go Cowboys! Let's get that 6 and beyond. Thank you all for dropping the knowledge, the love in the house, in the chat. We learn, you learn, we all learn together here when you drop the knowledge and we discuss things. Of course, humbled by the best fans of all YouTube with your drops of love from above. The gifting memberships from Jason and Skeptical, who, by the way, officially caroused 3 straight months of the membership man, the membership king up there. So appreciate him in a special way as he's taken over multiple parts of the board. And everybody in the house, truly, thank you for your love and support. But baby, before we can officially drop out of here for the night, relock and reload tomorrow for a new show. Well, and of course, all the videos that come out before the show, and, updates on our training camp day 5 tomorrow, padded style day 2. What do we got to do before we drop out for the night?
We got to drop the beat.
Oh, yeah. Beat's been dropped here, Dallas Cowboy style, the wife style. You guys, thank you, family, Asmodeus, Tim, Jason, everybody.
Yeah, Jason, I think we're still waiting for that one to get to Mosh, but as soon as he has it, it will be in our hands.
With the last one he won?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one actually might have been placed already, the order. So
yeah, that's why I said,
bonus.
I'm just waiting for it to get to Mosh.
That's a bonus speed right there. But we got to wait for Mosh to give it to us. So thank you, all you guys, and the memberships, giving the likes, the thumbs up, subscribing, following us on Twitter and such. We'll be back again tomorrow with videos throughout the day, the stream again at night, the recap, wrap-up, and all the news, info, and updates to discuss with the family here, right here, on My Cowboys Family. Another Cowboys chat in the books. Boom. Training camp day 4 in the books, day 5 on the horizon, guys. I can't wait for the updates and can't wait to see our guys give another good, long, hard day of getting better and getting closer to that sixth Super Bowl trophy, that 6th ring. It's been almost 27 years, guys. It's time. It's time, damn it. And here it's time to say goodnight and say, it's always about that navy blue, that silver too, that star over everything here in MCF. Never forget the number one thing on My Cowboys Family. Much love to every single one in the house, even real shit, even him, right? All the haters. Much love to everybody in the house. Appreciate you all. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. Join us tomorrow for another one. Leave the comments down below. And guys, Peace out, and never ever forget, Go Cowboys!
Monk on the beat. Monk on the beat.